Gotta put those tennis shoes on. Yoo-hoo! Here we go. This is gonna be fun. Everybody, this is Benj, the garden guy, and I'm here with Mr. Nick.
Howdy, howdy.
Nick from Growing Back to Eden. He's been growing veggies since day one, pretty much. Like you're a baby, you just popped out, right?
Sure.
Growing some stuffs. We're just out here at this little garden here, and I thought I'd ask you a few questions.
Okay.
Honestly, I think you've grown probably way more vegetables than I have. How old are you?
20, almost 23.
20, almost 23. I'm almost 27. So, but he's been killing it, especially like more market gardening type stuff. But just curious, what do you think about like the wood chips here? And I threw down the wood chips about, you know, it's about right here is only like an inch and a half inch, I think, maybe 2 inches. Right there's a little thicker.
Yeah.
But on these raised beds.
Yeah, I mean that's good. Yeah, wood chips work great in raised beds.
Yep.
Work great in a normal garden.
Mm-hmm.
Suppresses weeds.
Yep.
Builds soil.
Mm-hmm.
Holds water. Although you don't really need to hold much more water.
Yeah. Especially down here in Tennessee.
It's flooded.
Yeah, it's been raining like crazy.
Yeah.
A lot of folks are starting gardens now. I'm just curious, what would be some good ways that you would suggest for folks to start gardens? Like I got a few ideas that I've done, but what do you like?
I don't really like raised beds.
Mm-hmm.
No offense. Not your garden though.
I didn't put these in.
Yeah. I don't really like raised beds. I like to work with the native soil, no matter how trashy it is.
Yeah. Me too.
I always tell people the worse the soil, the better, because rock bottom's the best foundation to build up from.
There you go. Nice.
And clay is my favorite, because everybody likes to grow in clay pots. So if you just have one big clay pot, there you go.
Nice.
I mean, you can't get any worse.
Yeah.
So.
It holds the water.
Yeah. And the organic matter doesn't go away. Like sand is the worst.
Oh man, sure.
It takes forever to build soil.
So we're gonna start with whatever soil you got. Basically, you're saying it doesn't matter what kind of soil you got.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what you have. It's what you're working towards.
Yeah, that's a good one.
So,
because some people just give up. They're just gonna give up whenever they're
like. Everybody thinks, oh, I have the worst soil. I can't do a garden or whatever.
No. You can do it.
Yeah. So starting a garden this time of year, I normally start my gardens in the fall. That way they have all winter to rest and like get good.
Acclimate.
Yeah. I normally don't ever start in the spring. So
I know. I don't either.
I suck at it.
I don't either.
But I would probably.
I mean, you can till it up.
You could till it up. But I always tell people tilling is killing. But then there are circumstances where you sometimes
gotta break it up a little bit.
Get to work.
Yeah.
If you don't have a season to sacrifice, like this year, I might have to break some ground and do something. But
and then this fall, like layer a bunch of organic material on top.
Yeah.
But at least to get the seeds in, because I mean, if you're going from
not even just in the fall, like right after you till, get something.
Yeah, get some on top of it.
Like because when you till, you're exposing all of that soil biology and the ecology to the surface. To just the elements.
And all the weed seeds are going to germinate.
All the weed seeds are going to come up. The sun's going to kill the soil, or all the biology in the soil. And it
can get bad real quick.
Yeah. So if you're going to till to break some ground, till just enough to kill your weeds, and then get a ground cover on, whether it's grass clippings, hay, straw. I don't really like hay or straw.
But whatever they've got.
Typically it's too much, there's too much spray in it.
Compost is like my favorite.
Compost is the best, but most people seem to not ever have access to good compost.
We need to go to every city in the whole
and start like
world and like start huge compost piles. Yeah. Because there's plenty of stuff to compost, but you know, normally it's just going to the trash or something.
Yeah, it'll typically go to a municipal composting facility, and then they may sell it back to you for like $20 a yard. Yeah. But then they're also doing all the work, so it's worth it. Yeah. The only thing about that is you don't know what's going into it. True. All your landscapers always dump all their yard waste there, and all that stuff is typically sprayed, and everybody's spraying. They're all Roundup happy on their gardens and along the driveway, whatever. Like, So that compost typically has a lot of herbicide and pesticide residue in it. And I don't trust it.
It's better to go to like a local farmer maybe, or yeah. Yep.
Sourcing good compost is really important, but that can be a whole other video.
That's true. Man, a whole nother hour of talking.
Yeah, or more.
Yeah.
But
so maybe till, maybe, but then get some stuff on top.
Yeah, any kind of organic matter on the surface of the soil to cover it up. I mean, heck, even the first year while you're sourcing out organic matter, you can just use the weed fabric, like like this is pretty good quality weed fabric. But, yeah. And then a big thing with the wood chips in gardens, like if you're gonna fill a raised bed with, like, or top it off with wood chips, don't ever, for a vegetable garden, don't ever go over 4 inches deep. It's a waste of time. It's honestly, in my opinion, I think it's really damaging to the soil.
Because you don't see, like we were talking about, you don't see that out in nature.
You never see nature.
I probably put too much here. I mean, I think it will break down.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be fine. That's only 8 inches.
Like,
and you're in Tennessee where you get a ton of rain on top of clay. So in a year, that's going to be like this much left. And there's going to be compost under it.
So that it should work out eventually, but this wood chips just take so long.
They can.
To break down.
Depending on the wood.
True, that's true. Down here is different than other places. This is more humid, more tropical almost. So yeah. It does change based off where y'all are at, but like I think you're right, Nick. You're saying that really you got to get some seeds in the ground. They have to have somewhere to grow without weeds overwhelming them. So
in a first year garden, I probably wouldn't direct sow anything.
Yeah, transplant.
You're going to be dealing with weeds that have always been there.
That's a good point.
And I'm really an advocate for transplanting, especially the first year. Plus with transplanting, you can maximize your production in a small amount of space, so you don't have to go overboard and do a huge garden. Start small, and then spend the first year investing that time into a bigger area. Like if you do a couple small raised beds just to get you through the year, but then have a whole area tarped out or something to kill all the weeds, that's the best way to go. Yeah,
like if they wanted to expand up there this whole summer, they can have that covered up. Kill that off.
Focus on this small area, and then have the whole rest of the property under a tarp with organic matter.
That's a huge tip right there. What you just said, like don't go big the first
don't despise the days of small beginnings.
That's it.
And
that's where I think sometimes raised beds are
they come in
a good choice.
But after the first year, once you've got everything else set up, knock the sides off and rake that compost.
Exactly.
Get rid of them. I don't like them.
Unless someone, they need it higher for like a back problem or something.
Then you're the exception. But
I could see that. But
if you don't need it, don't do it.
Especially for larger scale production, if you really want to grow a lot of food, you gotta be more efficient about it. Cool, sweet man. Appreciate it. It's kind of getting cold and rainy, so we're gonna go in. He's about to head out. But thanks, man.
Thanks for having me.
Catch you later. Yes, big time.
It was fun.
Good times. We're just a bunch of gardeners out here doing gardening stuff. Having fun.
Talking dirty.
Eating good food. Talking dirty, eating clean. Awesome.
There should be a t-shirt.
That's it. That actually sounds really good. You didn't just hear that. Yeah, they don't know that. That actually sounds cool.
You better beat me to it.
Oh man. Craziness. All right. Catch y'all later. See ya. Keep growing and sowing.